Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 12 of the Ready Persona 1 tabletop campaign. Let's dive right into it with our warm-up question. Um, we've been kind of joking around and playing around with this whole idea of Our Lady of Perpetual Indulgence. And so my warm-up question is, honestly, if you want to, you can answer this for your virtual or real life character, or both, whatever you want. Share with the group what you believe is a specific, like, indulgent, guilty pleasure vice that either of your characters has. Especially if it's something that hasn't been fully revealed or explored yet. Some guilty pleasure, and it can be something totally innocent, like, I don't know, my guilty pleasure is if I get depressed, I indulge in ice cream. It could be something like that. And as usual, you're welcome to ask me that same question for any NPC.
So this is kind of news to me.
Okay.
Thinking about it, I think Cade would secretly journal as his indulgence. So what he said was like basically if he's had a hard day, he goes down and journals about his hard day. But I also imagine him being pretty bad at writing in general, bad handwriting, not good prose or anything. So it's just kind of pretty messy journaling, maybe even childlike.
So for Ave, it's ever since he went to that big show from Seymour, he has constantly tried to get into like sleight of hand tricks and just small magician stuff, but he's really bad at it. So he's just constantly trying to get better at it, but it's failing, and he's looking things up online, just some tricks, and he's trying, but constantly failing. So he puts it aside for a while, but he constantly keeps getting back into it. And then, if I recall correctly, he got this little magician set from the Christmas gift stuff, so that got him back into it again, and then constantly back and forth. But he's so bad at it. And that's one of the other reasons that he's really enjoying playing as his character as Knave is, yeah, that way he can do it, and he can indulge in what he really likes. And then for Knave, it's quite obvious. It's just using people as chess pieces. Just, yeah, he gets such a kick out of being the big mastermind behind all his little minions. So the more he can do that, the better.
So I think with Yellow, it's fairly obvious that they take pleasure in just about anything. um, they enjoy life to their fullest. And I don't think there's a specific guilty pleasure because it's all just out there. For Rest, however, I think one of their quote unquote guilty pleasures is actually helping people. It simply because it makes them feel really good on the inside, and they kind of feel like they're exploiting other people to feel good. So for Rest, helping other people is actually something they feel is kind of bad, and they're just exploiting other people.
I think I asked you this question one time before, Ethan, but is part of the reason Forrest does that, is there almost an subconscious ulterior motive that they just really, really need, not just want, but need people to like them, and therefore, or accept them, and therefore by helping them, they'll be able to like them in return? Or
Yes.
you know, okay.
There is a desperate need to, yeah.
Yeah, because I think when I asked you this last time, I admitted that I in real life am like that a lot. I can't stand it if a coworker of mine doesn't like me for some reason. So, in fact, I'm struggling with that right now. I'm like, why don't you like me? Let me do more nice things for you. And yeah, I know that can get very overwhelming.
We like you.
Just enough
that you're very kind.
No,
okay, Kyle.
So you kind of already know like two of Gabe's things, like Angel Nectar. He likes building and creating a bunch of things. So I had to come up with a third thing that like you guys don't really know about. And I've always had this in the back of my head, but you ever heard of like those battle bots where it's like people just build robots to build and to fight each other? I feel like Gabe like watches those, but like to like the craziest degrees. So it's probably like the artificer bots beating each other up. He probably like help like donates it to the causes so he can just watch more.
He participates in the underground robot fighting.
Aiden and Gabe could definitely bond over that.
Would Gabriel ever consider placing bets? Is he a gambling guy at all?
No, he's not a gambling guy. I think most
Okay.
likely the money that he would spend on it is like he would just give to the organization, be like, here, keep doing your thing.
Okay.
He watches it for the joy.
Do you want me to answer that with an NPC? And if so, which one?
Figured some stuff about some NPCs too last session.
Honestly, Dr. Kemper.
I was gonna I figured it'd be Dr. Kemper.
I'm not gonna lie. This one feels Dr. Kemper to me.
Awesome, Joey. I'm on that page.
Dr. Kemper.
Mhm.
All right, Dr. Kemper, final answer.
Dr. Kemper works really hard to be where he is. So let me answer this in two ways. He works really hard to be where he is. So he definitely loves nice things. And he wants his nice things to stay really nice. So if he was to go out to eat, he definitely would prefer going to somewhere that's really classy or fancy schmancy. The kind of places that probably give you super small portions, but are still very good quality, super small portions, but you're still paying a lot of money for it. So those kind of things he definitely likes because, he worked hard for this money. He might as well enjoy it and benefit. And then other than that, I think that Dr. Kemper probably I don't see him as somebody who has a sweet tooth, but I think he has lately had maybe like an obsession with pickled things and pickling. I can see him like having this side hobby where he starts pickling any vegetable out there under the sun and making kimchi and things like that, looking into even making kombucha, fermenting stuff. I don't know. I think that might be like a quirky side interest that I don't think would ever necessarily come up in normal conversation. But sure, I'll say that. Pickled things. He likes pickled things. Okay. Also sounds like that would be something that somebody who is into like expensive stuff would be into as well. And yes, Joey, I still remember I have to use up one more bad luck for you. So your death card is still safe out of your deck. I need to remember that today.
Menacingly looking.
All right, Hart, doing something a little different today. Card A or card B?
Oh. So here's the thing. I'm left-handed and I'll normally say left. So is it my left or your left?
I don't know. A, B.
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 All right. We have ourselves Judgment.
Okay. Cool. That is, I have to remember. I think I updated the tarot card deck ability, so it should be full, except you just found out what Lovers is last time.
Yeah.
Cool. So Judgment is Saz and Edit Scene. Edit Scene's actually a really good one.
Oh, Saz as well.
Saz Shepherd.
We're gonna interact with it today normally.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Saz Shepherd or his alter ego Mist. Okay.
Good pull.
Good pull. May come in handy today.
I got Justice.
Justice.
And I think that's Janice.
That's Dr. Janice. Also might be come in handy today. Maybe. Or Candy Apple. Justice or Candy Apple. It's Janice or Yep. And yes, I kind of did like how Janice and Justice sort of sound similar.
I got my card, the World.
Oh, nice. +2 on everything today.
Nice.
You got some pretty good draws today. Very nice. Magician, right?
Pull a negative one.
I was gonna say you're gonna probably pull the Magician. Which one?
Judgment.
Oh, 2 judgments. Wow.
And I pulled
Doggone
Judgment
it.
last time too.
So we have three
Doggone it.
judgments.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Or no. I pulled it in one of the first sessions. It was the
All right.
Emperor I pulled last time.
Mhm.
Okay, now we can go back into Edenville. So the last scene that I believe happened was between Cade and Candy. And Cade left, I think, pretty quickly after that encounter. Okay.
Chrono would want to go tell everyone what Candy Apple told him about just being careful, that everything's not as it seems.
Sure. Where is everybody in this moment? Well, Cade was with Candy. Like, what was everybody else doing?
I think they were split up, right?
So
think
I'm
so.
pretty sure Yellow, the Knave of Diamonds, and Root Canal were together someplace. I'm not
Yes.
sure where they were going. And then
I
Gabriel
don't.
/ Odin was going up. Well, Gabriel probably went down and went up to meet with what's her
Phoebe.
name?
Phoebe
yeah.
Messer. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if Cade wants to contact everyone right now, if he does, this is before Phoebe's meeting. Or maybe you're about to see Phoebe, actually. So you maybe have to decide what's more important, if that's what's going on.
Out of curiosity, because we're kind of mixed worlds, is Cade's mic set working for everybody still? Could Chrono just relay it using the technology?
Because you have an earpiece and
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that we'll roll an intelligence roll. Cade.
Intelligence.
Yeah,
I
or
rolled a
whatever.
flat. I rolled a flat 15. I'll go look up what the
Okay.
adjustments. And it's Chrono that I'm rolling for, correct?
It's actually it's Cade because it's more something in the real world. So it's out of this is an out of character roll.
That would be 18.
So you believe that you could communicate through everyone with your communicator in the real world, but you have a feeling that based on the stuff that you signed before you came in here, that might be a breach of contract in the sense that it's kind of against the rules to like do anything that would not break your immersion, everybody else's immersion, and probably like contacting people through an earpiece that's not part of your in character would be considered breaking immersion. So I guess what I'm saying is it's a risk. You do know that you're being monitored constantly. What that means or how people are monitoring you have probably no idea. But if you get caught, that might be grounds for kicking you out.
Interesting.
If you're caught.
Okay. I want to attempt it.
Okay.
Like that.
But you want to do it.
I'm wondering if I could do a technology roll or a stealth roll or something to help me
either
the best way to do this.
Either stealth or technology, whichever is better for you.
And is this Cade or Chrono once again?
It would be Cade because it is it is not your virtual character technically. It is a real life thing.
Cade stealth roll.
Cade's stealth roll is very good.
30.
Okay, yeah. Cade feels confident. You feel pretty confident that you're going to be able to do this without being caught.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just told from a trusted source that not all is as it seems here. Be on your guard. Walk softly.
And you recognize that is Cade saying that, not Chrono saying that. Just out of character. Okay. Whatever you want. What do you all want to do?
I'm still gonna go to the meeting.
Okay, you want to do the meeting. I know you've been waiting patiently for that meeting.
I mean, I'm fine with them doing their thing if they want to do their thing because they just got the message. So I'm fine with that too.
You all tell me where you want me to work with first.
I'll find them. I'm just following Yellow, to be honest.
What is it that Yellow's? Do you remember what Yellow was trying to do?
We're on your motorcycle.
Okay.
Going somewhere.
I think we were. I don't remember what we were doing, to be honest.
Okay. While you're trying to remember what you were doing, let me go with Gabe then. So Gabe, you are going to have lunch with Phoebe at the main restaurant in the game. Now, outside of the game, it looks like a normal restaurant. I would say very Cheesecake Factory like. So they have a little bit of everything. The menu's massive. They have a little bit of everything, and it looks nice even out of game. If you put your virtual goggles on, it looks a lot more like right. It looks a lot more grand, and I guess, are you going into this meeting as an admin, meaning you're not in the game right now? You're logged out.
Yeah, he's
you're
going
logged
not.
out.
He's logged out.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Unless they
perfectly
specifically
fine.
said I had to be logged in, in which you would be like, yeah, no, you don't want me logged in.
Yeah. No. You don't have to be logged in. Not for a meeting like this.
Yeah.
So you're going to go over to Phoebe, and would you say that you would arrive a little bit early?
I think he would go. I think he would go a little bit early.
Okay. There's gonna be like a section of the restaurant that is specifically not meant to be a room in the games restaurant. So it's sort of like a side room for admin. Maybe that's where a lot of the lunch meetings that people who work for Vita or the administrators can grab something without having to worry about, again, breaking other people's immersion. So you're entering into that section. There's a few other admins there. A lot of them look like security guards. And it looks like Phoebe is already in a meeting with someone. They're just having coffee. It's Dr. Kemper right
Oh
now.
boy, I think Gabe will just very respectfully, because he's here early, stand there and wait until their conversation is over before he even engages.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Just to give everyone a visual of what Phoebe Messer looks like. So she is a very tall Eladrin. And she's got this very fancy device that almost looks like a pocket watch too. Let me show it to everyone. So that's Phoebe, which sort of is her display for being able. It's basically her version of her laptop that she keeps it in a pocket watch looking thing. The other distinguishable feature about Phoebe, besides her height, because she's like over 6 foot. I mean, Eladrins, I think in general tend to be taller anyway. She has this artificial eye right now that you probably, Gabe, can presume allows her to constantly be in both worlds at the same time.
Oh,
Like she can be in the real world with this eye, she can see what's going on in the virtual world with this eye. Presumably this eye also feeds or connects to her computer system, so she can constantly see things as well at the same time. So very efficient, I think, for her. They will finish the conversation. She will rise up as Dr. Kemper rises up, and they'll shake hands. And Dr. Kemper will make his way towards the exit, which is going to be past you.
I think Gabe, when we walk past, he just kind of nods and goes, Dr. Kemper?
Mr. Stoll, Miss Messer mentioned that she was going to be meeting with you next.
Oh, yes. I have tons to discuss with her.
Really? How, I don't want to pry, but totally unrelated to that, how are things going with Mr. Oz?
I mean, there was an incident where I think he almost kind of cracked, but I think he's getting slightly better.
Is he with you right now?
He is. He's having fun out there.
Ah, from what I heard from Mr. Mester, this place is very fun indeed.
Yeah. Dr. Kemper, I hate to hold you off, but you specifically work with the Vita technology to help people psychologically?
Yes, exactly. which is part of the reason why I'm here. I was very curious about this new, more immersive part of this game, and was wondering if there's anything that the program can leverage from it or take some good learnings from. My assistant, Dr. Janice, is here as well, too, doing research as well.
Oh, that's very interesting. Well, well, since you're the only one other person I know that works on this on that kind of level, mind if I exchange numbers with you? Some things are coming up, and I think I might want to ask you some questions.
I think I can make some time for you, Mr. Stoll.
Thank you.
Certainly. I'll give you his contact info.
Yeah, he goes, I can't go into too much detail now for obvious reasons, but hopefully, maybe we'll have another conversation.
Well, I'm hoping things continue with yourself and Mr. Oz.
I hope things go good too.
Have a good day, Mr. Stoll, he says.
You too, Dr. Kemper.
And by the way, if you don't mind me saying, I would highly recommend the pickled mushrooms here.
Not my thing. I'm more of a sweet guy.
What is it that you new age people say? Don't knock it till you try it. Especially when it comes to mushrooms.
Maybe I will.
And if you don't have nothing else to say, he will leave.
Just be very courteous, and then go up to Phoebe, pull out his hand, and go, "Hello there, Mrs. What's her last name?
Messer.
Hello there, Mrs. Messer."
Mr. Stoll, I don't think you and I have had the pleasure of formally meeting. Although I feel like you and I briefly interacted, like at the last holiday party.
Maybe. I don't tend to remember those Christmas parties. I'm still busy thinking about work all the time.
Oh yes, of course you are. I've heard many good things about you, Mr. Stoll. It's a pleasure to have you here within the walls of the La Vida complex. Have a seat.
Yeah, he's gonna sit down and he's gonna look at her eye and be like, that must have taken some time to get used to. The switching.
Yes, it was definitely, I had migraines for days for a while, but eventually you get used to it. And I've always excelled in multitasking. So after sending in my application to head this project in the first place, I have to say it's been a fantastic opportunity for me.
But the tech kind of not forces you, but compels you to be in character when you switch over. How does that work with you?
I'm currently not logged in at this moment, but that doesn't mean that I can't monitor what's going on in the game at all times.
Interesting. Like I said, I'll say that he does look like he's kind of like looking at the eye like he's actually trying to study it.
Yeah.
But he's like, she's like, hold on, I'm here for other stuff.
Yeah, taking a closer look at the eye, you can definitely tell that it's processing constantly, and you can presume there's always a perpetual HUD.
Yeah. That
she's watching at all times. You probably would even figure she has ways of even like communicating, like chatting, like online directly, even while she's having a conversation with you. She's probably like multitasking right now.
She's probably like made like a puppet and like digital puppet in the game world.
Yeah. I think you actually noticed that her hands are constantly twitching right now, and you presume it's not because it's a twitch. You presume she's actually like typing,
controlling, because there's probably like a rhythm, well,
if I seem distracted, don't worry, Mr. Stoll. I'm very good at paying attention, doing multiple things at once, like I said.
Oh, understandable. I'm kind of the opposite way. When I go on a task, I hyper focus on it and kind of blind everything out. But enough of the formalities. I'm here. I'm not sure. Have they told you why I've come to talk to you?
No, they did tell me though that you were trying to set up a meeting at around 3 o'clock in the morning, though.
Yeah, apparently other people aren't working at 3 o'clock in the morning. But there's a lot of things happening. Well, one thing that come to my attention is I believe this facility is being used.
Used in what way?
A gang has been using this facilities.
A gang.
The Outcasts.
The Outcast. I have heard of that name, and yes, I am aware of those rumors, Mr. Stoll. I assure you, though, I know this place like the back of my hand, and security here is very tight. We take the safety of the people who participate in this community very seriously. And I can assure you that there is no gang activity happening within these walls.
Well, I was actually told by one of them. And two, we had placed I had other investigators place trackers on them that led them to this facility.
Very well, Mr. Stoll. I also have this. She pulls out documentation. Actually, she pulls it out like digitally from her display right now. And it seems to be some sort of a documentation from Stalin Steel, dated last night, actually, saying that he did a sweep through. They did a security sweep through this facility just several hours ago, prior to you arriving. And we're not able to locate any sign of gang activity or the Outcasts, etc., etc., etc. And that, at least for now, like, deems the facilities perfectly safe.
Like then he looks at it and goes, "Okay, I have heard that you came here." But
Then if you don't trust the law enforcement, especially the head of the law enforcement, who are you going to trust then, Mr. Stoll?
I trust my own instincts.
She says, I can respect that, but as I said, I've told you that there's no such activity that you speak of. The law, Mr. Stalin says that there isn't. I don't know why you need to be bothered any further, especially since this area is not your responsibility, technically.
He kind of looks at her and gets a little more serious. He goes, "You see, I was kidnapped by those people, and my own kids were threatened. So, how I see it, it is my responsibility."
She says, so what do you want me to do, Mr. Stoll? Do you want me to give you permission to search through this facility yourself? Try to see if there's something here that the police force didn't find?
That would be helpful. Another thing I would like to discuss, or that is related to this, is what they're trying to do.
She'll, she'll ask you to continue.
He goes, apparently the gang is trying to. He goes, I assume you know the ranch right across from here.
I am aware of the surrounding properties around our compound, yes.
Apparently this gang was trying to kidnap the property owner's own grandchild to threaten them to sell to Vita.
Well, that does sound very suspicious, I admit.
The person they identified, as well as my own investigation on a separate note, came up with the name Mist.
The priest from the Temple of Mirage.
I mean, yeah, that is the name that came up. Although I don't know if the guy's actually doing it. I talked to him already. Not the character, the player.
I think she's twiddling her fingers again. Yes, the person who's real life, the person who controls Mist is Mr. Saj Shepard, who just moved back into town a few months ago.
Yeah. Also out of character, they specifically said the guy, the bugbear, because I was re-watching the episode. They said Mist as a she and running the facility, correct? I'm not sure if that was if that is correct. He goes, Yes, but here's another thing though. When they said the word mist, they didn't use the priest, and I assume his priest character is a he, right?
I mean, it's a. I don't think did Saz specify that it was a he.
No.
No.
I think
So
I
he-
just said mist.
Yeah,
Miss
he's gonna
Mist.
go. He goes. Do
Mist-
you know if
the-
Mist as a character is a male or female?
I believe Miss identifies as a she.
Okay. Well,
Priestess, I guess, would be a more proper term.
well,
We kind of use it interchangeably nowadays.
the thing is, they identified Miss as the person running the facility.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Stoll. Mist is a character, and as I said, I don't know if Mr. Shepard is telling you things that are false or not, but
Well, he's just as confused.
so am I. If you want to find proof that there's something going down, you're welcome to it, Mr. Stoll.
Like I said, I'm not. I know it probably sounds like I'm trying to put the blame on you, but that's not the case. Also, can I roll an insight check on her?
Sure, go ahead.
I was waiting. I was gonna kill you if you didn't.
Hold on. I'm not that good with insight though. That's the thing, Gabe only has a 2 in insight. He's good with investigation.
Yeah.
12. Damn, my
12?
hotness does not work for investigations.
No, not investigations. Not for insight.
Actually, I have.
Phoebe's. Yeah,
The
you have
lover.
Phoebe's card. Oh, yeah, so that's Phoebe's
No,
I'm
card.
going to use it. Make it
14.
a plus
Okay.
2. Make it
So that's
14,
14.
and then I'm going to draw from my major arcana. Hold on.
Okay.
And I drew a 2.
That's
Oh,
fun.
so that's 1. So that's a 15 now.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
15.
Okay. She's telling the truth. Or at
Okay.
least you believe she believes she's telling the truth.
Yeah. So he's studying and he kind of goes, I believe you. But there is a small opening that could throw a wrench in things.
That opening being
What if you were possessed by a different character?
I suppose that is possible. Are you saying that someone's possessing me? Someone's possessing Saz?
No, hold on. And I think he's going to bring up his own, the stuff from his own security
Sure.
about them switching in and out of character, and show it to her.
She's watching it and she's saying, that is peculiar behavior. And she's looking at this and she says, I don't know how to explain that, Mr. Soul.
I know. That's something that could be happening here. I mean, here the lines are already kind of blurred.
She says, but that wouldn't explain the whereabouts of this gang that you're talking about.
Like I said, I don't know. All I want to do is put this to rest so my family can be safe.
I understand, Mr. Stoll, your family is being threatened, and trust me, I totally get that. I just don't want you to waste your time. I think you are barking up the wrong tree, and I would hate for you to let something like this place distract you from finding wherever the truth actually lies.
It's the only other lead I have.
If you want to poke around as an admin here, I can give you access to that. If that will assist you in any sort of way.
Thank you. The only way I'll put this to rest is if by my own hands and investigation, I put all this down.
Very well. Will 24 hours be enough for you?
That's as much as I'll ask.
The only thing I ask Mr. Stoll, if you're going to do this, is to, again, try not to disrupt the experience of the players around here. Please do not break the immersion, because it would definitely mess up the free trial campaign that we've been trying so hard to run.
I understand. I just, like I said, I just want this to all go away. And my investigations find nothing. This will be the last time you hear me trying to break this place down.
All right. She says, she just snaps her fingers. Done. You have admin access for the next 24 hours. Do with it what you will, and by all means, Mr. Stoll, if you do find anything, just let me know.
Thank you. And he takes out his business card. Here you go. This is not only my business number, but this is also my personal number. So if anything comes up, or you see anything or anything strange, feel free to call.
Thank you, Mr. Stoll, she says.
Thank you. And he kind of does a little bow.
Oh, wait, she says. I thought we were actually going to have lunch together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I'm actually hungry.
Good, she says. The food here is actually quite good, both in-game and out-of-game. Although I have to admit, it is way more... The experience is way more intense in the game.
Oh, yeah. But actually, I probably wouldn't appreciate the food when I'm Odin. He just gobbles everything up. He doesn't really care about how good it tastes.
Okay. So, lunch with just Phoebe and Gabriel then.
Yeah.
And you can call me Phoebe, she says, with a smile.
Oh. Thank you. You can call me Gabe.
Pleased to meet you, Gabe. Let business be business for right now and just enjoy each other's company, she says.
All right. And I assume what Gabe orders, he orders, I think he orders sliders because because he normally likes to work as he eats, so he needs to have it be like stuff that he'll easily eat. But he's not working right now.
Okay.
And he's gonna be like, wow, Ladrin, I haven't really met any of those. They're very rare, right?
There aren't that many of us in this city, that's true. But we're around. Makes us a little bit more... I guess that makes us more unique. More special.
You change, your physical body changes, right? With, like, seasons?
She says, yes, it's to me, it's a very convenient way to add some spice to your, add the spice of variety to your life.
Very interesting.
Also makes it easier for you to remember birthdays and anniversaries.
Yeah, I can see that. But
she's gonna continue like having now that you've done talking business, she's actually opened up a lot more, loosened up. Maybe she'll like offer to get you a bottle of wine, and you but she seems very interested in getting to know you right now, Gabriel.
I'll say he says those are the wine, and I'll say he's flirting back, but Gabe doesn't know he's flirting back. So if the conversation to be like, wow, Gabe's flirting, and Gabe be like, I am?
Yeah. She's I'm taking consideration that you just used the Phoebe card where everything is +2. So yeah. And this because of your hotness, she's like, so Mr. Stoll.
Who is this crazy man in my facility? Oh, hey.
So you have a +4 on checks to make her fall in love with you.
Oh no.
Roll,
And a +2.
Roll either a tech or a perception scene. A tech or perception scene.
Ooh, it's definitely gonna be a tech.
Okay.
Gabe is not aware, but tech, hell yeah. He's a people person talking to them. He's not a people person reading them. 30?
30. So her eye, her what do you call it? Digital eye, I guess. It's very subtle, but someone who is tech savvy as you can tell that while you're having pleasant conversation over lunch, you can see the eye is definitely like scanning you, like scanning your body the entire time.
He goes, "Oh, so what are you scanning for?"
She says, just said nothing in particular. I was just very curious to check out your character more. Odin is very impressive."
Can
She
I roll
says.
insight?
Yeah, you can roll an insight.
Well, he's probably not gonna get it, but 16. 18. Because
18?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's checking you out. She's digitally checking you out.
He's like
nothing inappropriate that would immediately get her in trouble, but
No.
but
Also, you realize that Gabe and Odin literally like look the same, except for like one's like
Right.
more taller and buffer.
yeah.
He's like, okay.
You have to remember her alter ego in game is Mama Sutra. So this is
Well,
we were just talking about guilty pleasure advices. So,
Gabe kind of goes, "Oh, so you're looking at Odin and me at the same time."
she says, like I said, I can multitask in more ways than one. She says. She takes another sip.
Gabe kind of chuckles a little bit, and he goes, "Well, Odin and your character should hang out sometime."
Yeah. Meanwhile, out of character, Phoebe's looking like marriage status, divorced. Oh, okay.
Financial situation.
Financial
Yes.
situation. Yes.
And I assume
Use this to your advantage, Kate.
Oh yeah, and I'll say like I'll say in the conversations that he's really like also asked her a lot of questions about her tech and how everything works. And how that works.
Yeah, so Phoebe herself, she's very professional in the sense that she's very buttoned up, and you can maybe presume that growing up as a kid, because she is so like driven career-wise, she probably has some pent up, internal tension, and maybe the reason why she created the character that she created is it's an outlet for some of that pent up, just saying.
So she's all dressed up and Gabe's wearing his normal, like, out of the random pick outfit, shorts, this random mishmash of stuff.
Yeah, probably like downloading like Odin's like beach party like outfit or something. I
mean, remember there was that scene where it was like the promo where Odin was like shirtless.
Yeah, maybe that's probably what the scan was for, honestly.
But after they're kind of done, he's like, "Well, it's amazing meeting you and talking with you. We should hang out when it's not business later."
Of course, she says. Looking forward to working with you again, possibly in the future, Mr. Stoll. Good luck in your search.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you
get your
find.
number?
She says, "Of course. I thought you would never ask." And she'll give you her business card.
All right.
I hope you end up finding what you're looking for, Mr. Stoll.
Me too. And walks out.
You'll walk out. Okay, while that's happening, whatever that was happening. The other three, what do the other three want to do?
I think I'm just gonna. If I remember correctly, I wanted to snoop around the hotel, the Mama Sutra place.
Sure.
A little bit.
Yeah, you definitely can. Okay.
So, just driving up to the the pleasure house, and
Sure.
Cade's in there right now, right? He's doing his thing with.
You can time this however you want. Do you want this to happen while Cade is with Candy? Afterwards? It doesn't matter to me.
I don't think it matters to me, but if
Okay.
it takes a considerable amount of time, he'd probably be in there right now.
I think he said an hour.
Yeah.
I think.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um,
Sure. You'll go over to the pleasure house and what do you? And Dave is with you too, or I'm sorry, the knave was with you too.
yes.
And
Well,
okay,
technically
So-
both.
yeah, and root canal. Yeah,
Mhm.
root canal. You can tell when you pull up your bike there. She seems a bit nervous about this place, and she says, "I've heard stories. I don't know if I necessarily feel 100% comfortable going in there."
Oh, don't worry, darling. We're only going to be we're not going in as customers, and gonna prep my grappling hook. Trust me. Well, at least not today. Come on.
All right,
Try
so-
to
Yeah. Yep.
grab her up to the ceiling or up to the roof,
Sure.
and using the same access as previously, I'm going to enter into the facility. Knave, are you coming with?
I'll probably teleport up there as well.
Okay.
Just following along, see what happens.
You can do that.
So how are you all with stealth?
I'm decent.
Right. And you?
I can be unseen if I want to.
Okay. Lovely. Well, I can if I want to. I'm not sure if I do. I'm gonna take out my mask of many faces, throw it on me, and I'm going to make myself look like just a average Joe employee that was in the facility. Well, if you'd follow me, guys, I can lead you around. Just try to be a little quieter, okay?
When you say average Joy employee, are you mean employee of the pleasure house or employee?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, all the employees of pleasure house are sexy priests and sexy nuns. So, okay. Are you a
Right,
sexy
right.
priest or a sexy
a
nun?
sexy something.
Okay.
Are there any guard-like figures there? Some,
I
bodyguards?
I'm sure there might be like some bodyguards there, some muscle, but even like the muscle, they've got their arms are completely exposed, and
Mm-hmm.
you know there is an allure to them as well. But
They just have a bulletproof vest on. There's nothing underneath, and it's like
There we go.
ripped abs. And
yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna illusion myself into a form that's like dressed like them and just change my
Sure.
face and all that kind of
Sure,
stuff.
you can
just
do that.
to not stick out. Then we have an interesting duo.
Okay. Yeah, so you can blend in, and I guess let me roll a die.
Oh no.
So you're a sexy priest, Abe, I guess, and Yellow is a sexy nun. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's going to be this nervous gentleman that looks a little lost, but then he looks at the two of you, and he sort of approaches Yellow, and he comes up to you and he says, excuse me, I could use some help. I'm looking for someone that might be able to take care of me," he says, and he's more looking towards Yellow than he is looking towards Abe.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just haven't. This is my first time being here.
Oh, well, I would be happy to, but we already have a customer. She requested both of us at the same time, and I will gesture back to Root Canal.
Root canal. Mhm.
Oh, she says, yeah, sorry, these two are taken.
I would be
She
happy
looks-
to escort you to another employee, though.
Thank you. He says that's a shame. I thought you and I would connect very well. The gentleman says.
Oh, well, you are always happy to come back to me later when I am not busy.
He says, do you have time later this afternoon, this evening?
Later this evening.
I really, really could use a session, he says desperately.
But what time is it currently? Is it like
It's lunchtime, so it's
lunchtime?
like 11 o'clock noon.
Well, I believe I would probably be free later tonight, later this evening, probably sometime after dinner time. 8 o'clock. I typically take my break at about 7:30. So when I get back on.
You well, as you're saying this, you recognize who this guy is. It's Leonard. Leonard the guy. Leonard.